Hi.
We just wanted to give you a little update on what's been going on the past couple of months and how you can be praying for us as we go into team season and May and June and July. So first off, one of the biggest things we asked you for prayer for the past couple of months was my language evaluation. And thank you so much for praying. I did pass, and that means a lot of really awesome things for us as a family. It means a lot more freedom when we come back our next term. So thank you so much for praying for that. Another couple things that we did in March and April, we had a bunch of trainings, and we also did a specific training called Peace Pursuit, and we'll actually link down to Peace Pursuit's website below. It's a really awesome thing that we recommend to every Christian. This program of encountering God and addressing issues within relationships. So yeah, we'll link that down below. It's just really awesome. We also had a lot of transition on our team. We had a new family come and join our team. Then we also had a family leave our organization to pursue other things that they believe God is calling them to. And both of those things are awesome, and we're really excited to have a new couple and to have this other couple following the Lord in His direction. But it's a sad season of saying goodbye and things like that. And then we also had a bunch of springtime events. So we went a couple of times to go see flowers with our teacher. We went and did Hanami, which is cherry blossom viewing, and we also went to this park where they have a special event for tulips, and it was just unbelievably pretty. And I thought of my mom the whole time because her favorite flower is tulips. So it was just a really fun time, very springtime feeling. We also celebrated Easter at Den Dolkan, which is the church that we've been at for the past year and a half. Daniel got to play the cajon, and I was able to read a scripture passage for the worship service, which was really great. And just on another note, we talked a while back about this church going through something really hard. And again, thank you so much for praying. We've seen some really awesome steps forward, and we're just praising God for reconciliation that's happening and just forgiveness and grace that's being given. So just thank you so much for praying for that. And then the last thing that happened in these past couple of months was Golden Week. Golden Week is usually a week and at the end of April into the beginning of May here in Japan, where there's just a string of national holidays all in a row. And so companies will give their employees a week off, essentially, which is a big deal here in Japan. But this year's Golden Week was especially special because the emperor actually abdicated his throne, and there was a new emperor taking his place. You might have seen that on the news because that's something that's never happened before. There's only been a new emperor when the previous one died. So this was a big deal, and this Golden Week was actually 10 days, which is crazy. So it was a really fun time of people going traveling and just having a break from their work. And so it's just been a lot of fun being a part of that and here for this historical Golden Week.
Yeah, so just like the country is in transition, we are also in transition. As you just heard, language stuff is over, and that means for us that we're changing from full-time language life to ministry life. And that for us, as you've heard before in past videos as well, is the Olympics. And it's really exciting. We're able to have the time to be able to dedicate ourselves to preparation for the ministry that's going to be happening, coordinating everybody. And so a big part of that is our role as Olympics ministry coordinator. So that means that we are the liaison for the SBC and all the other Southern Baptist things that are going on here, which means we know all the moving pieces. We're working on helping those moving pieces communicate and work well together with the ultimate goal of maximizing opportunities for evangelism. So in our transition as well, we're transitioning to a new church. And that church is Tokyo Baptist Church. It's actually Southern Baptist Church, and it's the opposite direction of the church that we were at before, but it's about the same distance. So it's in our neighborhood. We're going to be very involved with them. but it's really hard to say goodbye to DindoCon. We've been there for over a year and a half. It's home for us. But the cool thing is we get to continue being a part of their community in a smaller way. We're going to continue going to their small group on Tuesday nights and fellowship with them and have community in that way, stay connected with the church in that way, while also doing Olympic stuff and doing stuff with TBC and all these other things that are going on. So we just announced about a week ago that we were leaving, and then yesterday, which is Sunday, was our first day at TBC. So we are going to be going to TBC for a couple of different reasons. First, again, it's a Southern Baptist church, so it's a great opportunity for partnership. It's a church that has a presence here. It's a church that is active, has a vision for church planting and all those good things. It's an international church, so over 50% of their members are actually Japanese, and so the other half come from all over the world. There's ambassadors, there's people here working, all kinds of people there, which gives us a great platform for the Olympics as well. And then TBC is already doing some Olympics ministry, but something that's always true about the church is that we're better together. So we're going to be able to maximize each other's ministries, serve each other as far as what we have as their missionaries and what they have as a local church. And then on top of that, just as a typical missionary thought, how do we get involved with other churches? Not just sticking at one church, but how do we get involved with other churches? So the answer to that is that TBC has multiple services throughout the weekend, Saturday night and then 4 on Sunday, which means that we can go to a afternoon or evening service and still be able to go engage other churches in Tokyo in the typical morning time that people have for church services. So it's a really beautiful blend of being able to be involved and based at TBC while also being involved with other churches, encouraging them, engaging pastors, all sorts of things like that.
Yeah, so going forward, we have a few prayer requests. First off, being that transition into TBC. Just pray that we would be able to get connected well with the pastors and church leaders, as well as just regular members, especially Japanese, because we are still geared towards ministry to the Japanese. And so just pray that we can get connected with a small group, preferably a Japanese-led small group. And then also pray for continued growth in our language. We're going down to 1 language lesson per week instead of 5. And so we want to make sure that we're not stalling, but we're continuing to grow in our language. Even if our opportunities for lessons are getting slimmer, we want to make sure that we are pushing ourselves and challenging ourselves. Also, we have a lot of teams coming this month from the States. Pray that we would be able to stay healthy and lead these teams well, and still be able to prioritize all of our responsibilities with the Olympics, with TBC, with leading all of these teams, and just pray that we would be able to give these teams opportunities to help us in our work that are actually beneficial for them and beneficial for the work here in Japan. And then also pray for our partnerships with both nationals and other foreigners who are going to be working with us for the Olympics. We're doing lots of projects, and these projects are going to be huge, and they require a lot more people than just our organization. And so we're partnering with a lot of different people here in Tokyo. So just please pray for those relationships, those partnerships to be glorifying to the Lord and just really fruitful for the gospel and evangelism here during the Olympics, before the Olympics and after the Olympics, all that sort of thing. And then lastly, just pray for the Olympics. I know it's a year and some odd months out, but the work has begun, and we need your prayer. And we just want you guys to start praying for the hearts of those people who are going to hear through these events, hear the gospel for the first time in their lives. Pray that their hearts would be softened and that there would be fruit. And then yeah, so we're going to be building a website with more information about our ministry during the Olympics. But until that's up, just pray for people's hearts and pray for our ministries and all the other organizations' ministries as well. So, yeah.
Well, that about does it for us. Just a few things to inform you about. One is that we are at 99 subscribers. I know we've been talking about it the last few videos. We just need one more subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you know someone who hasn't and would be willing to just give us that one extra subscriber, that would be a huge deal, because then we can do a special URL, which is just a special link. Instead of having a whole string of numbers at the end of our YouTube page, we can say Daniel and Tara in Japan or something like that. And then it's just really easy to share our YouTube stuff with people, and yeah, it just makes life a little bit easier for everybody. And then on top of that, now that we are freed up from full-time language, that gives us the ability to really do more with these videos. So we want to hear your feedback. It really means a lot to us. We're still new to this whole YouTube thing, to this whole vlog thing. So we really want to hear your feedback in various ways. So criticism is also important for us. So if there's something that you think we need to improve on, or you'd like to see extra that we're not doing, we'd love to hear those things too. So anything we can do to better communicate what the ministry looks like here, what we need for you to be praying about, or anything else you'd like to know about what's going on here, we'd love to share those things with you. So please let us know so we can make these videos even better for you. And then lastly, we're going to be putting together maybe a series of Olympics information, we'll see, but at least one video kind of filling you in on what we got going on right now with the ministries that we're planning, different ways people can be involved, whether it's a church or a Baptist convention or anything in between. We want to communicate those things to you, and so you can better pray for what's going on here. Well, that's about it for us, so we'll talk to you later.
We love you guys.
Love y'all, bye.
Bye.